Science helps us understand the universe, and it's a bit like building with Lego bricks. Just like Lego pieces make a model, atoms are the tiny building blocks that make everything around us. There are three main branches of science: life science, earth science, and physical science. Each one studies different parts of our world, from living creatures to the earth itself to the invisible forces around us. First, we have physical science, which includes physics and chemistry. It's all about matter and energy and how they interact. Physics looks at how a single atom moves, behaves, and stores energy. Chemistry is how those atoms fit together to build new things. It's about how matter changes and transforms. Next is life science. It studies all living organisms, from the biggest animals to the tiniest bacteria. It includes biology, which is the study of living things made from those tiny Lego-like building blocks, like plants, animals, and single-celled creatures. Finally, we have the earth science, which explores our planet and beyond. All the non-living parts of Earth and space examples are geology, meteorology, astronomy, etc. It looks at mountains, weather, oceans, and even the history of Earth itself. When you think like a scientist, you start to see the world as a giant creation made from tiny, amazing parts. That curiosity is the first step to understanding how everything works, because all of these topics, from atoms to ecosystems to galaxies, are part of science. Moving forward, let's talk about scientific inquiry now. Since science is the way we answer questions about the world, scientists are quite like detectives solving complex puzzles about the world and us. To solve a case, a detective relies on hard evidence, clues gathered through careful observation and scientific tests. These findings help connect the dots and uncover the truth behind the mystery. Just like detectives, scientists use observation and experimentation to find answers. This process is called scientific inquiry. When they follow a step-by-step approach to solve a question, it's known as the scientific method. The scientific method is a step-by-step approach scientists use to answer questions and solve problems. Here are the main steps. Ask a question. What do you want to find out? Do background research. Learn what is already known. Form a hypothesis. Make an educated guess or prediction of what will happen in the experiment. Conduct an experiment. Test the hypothesis with a fair and repeatable test. Collect and analyze data, observations. This means writing down what happens and looking for patterns in the data. When scientists collect observations, they often describe them using two important types of data: qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative data, this is about the quality of something. It describes what you see, feel, smell, or hear. Quantitative data, this is about numbers and measurements. Both types of data help scientists understand what's going on. Draw a conclusion. Decide if the data supports your hypothesis. So the findings of the scientific inquiry are called conclusions. Communicate results. Share what you discovered with others. In case if your hypothesis is false, then you begin the process again. If your experiment doesn't work out, it does not mean that it was a failure, as knowing what doesn't work is a part of figuring out what is the actual truth. Next, let's look at hypothesis and theory. When a hypothesis is tested many times and the results keep supporting it, scientists become more confident in it. Over time, if lots of experiments and evidence agree, the hypothesis can grow into a scientific theory. A theory isn't just a guess, it's a big idea backed by lots of tests and facts, like the theory of gravity or the germ theory of disease. Moving forward, let's look at scientific law. A scientific law is a statement that describes what always happens under certain conditions in nature, based on many repeated observations and experiments. It tells us how things behave, but not necessarily why. Some examples are Newton's laws of motion. These describe how objects move, how forces act on them, and what happens when forces are balanced or unbalanced. But they don't explain why gravity exists, they just tell us how it works. Let's explore the difference between a scientific law and a theory. A law describes what happens. A theory explains why it happens. For example, Newton's law of gravity tells us how objects attract each other. Einstein's theory of general relativity explains why gravity works the way it does. Think of a law as a recipe that always works the same way. A theory is like the story behind why the recipe works. Important fact to keep in mind is that scientific laws are universal. They apply everywhere in the universe as far as we know. Whether you're running experiments, making observations, asking questions, or just being curious, you're already thinking like a scientist. Keep exploring and never stop wondering about the world. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content. And remember, always stay curious. Bye for now.